Welcome to America's Game of the Week. The season is starting to draw to a close. The playoffs are rapidly approaching, and there are several teams fighting for playoff spots in both conferences. The New Orleans Saints being one of them at an 8-5 record right now. They are currently just a couple games ahead of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Atlanta Falcons, who are both fighting for that division. The Jets, another team fighting for playoffs in the AFC, they fall to the Albuquerque Vipers a week ago. The Saints team is led by Matt Leinart, 13 touchdowns to 14 interceptions in his second season actually with the team, so definitely not ideal numbers. But the story of this Saints team, Jermaine Greer, the rookie running back that no one expected to be doing this good, leads the league in rushing, and he also has 9 touchdowns. That's also atop the league. Thomas Alexander, their leading receiver, at least when it comes to receptions. The tight end is going to be out due to injury for this game, so Swain is going to have to step up. He is the #1 wide receiver on this team. The Saints offensive line is very solid, nothing to write home about, but it's also not anywhere close to the worst offensive line in football. The Saints defense, again, it looks very all right. It looks above average, but not great, at least on those stats. But if you look at the yards they've given up, well, it's not a lot. They are top 5 in run defense, pass defense, and in total defense. So even though they don't get to the quarterback a lot as some other teams may, or get as many interceptions, they are still one of the best defenses in football, and that's who the Vipers are going to have to be facing on this Sunday afternoon. New Orleans starting off with the football. Matt Leinart throwing that one to Miller over the middle. That's going to pick up the first down. 3rd down and 9, though, on the opening drive. Leinart's got time, launching this one to the right side. He's got a man open. That is your rookie there, Keenan Long, the first-round pick by the Saints, coming up huge, 51 yards there. 2nd down just got a little bit easier after that false start penalty by Albuquerque. That run up the middle is going to make it 3rd down and inches, and you'll notice in the backfield, that is not Greer running the football as Leinart finds Keenan Long over the middle there. Great throw to get it right past the safety, but for whatever reason, Greer not starting today's game at running back for New Orleans. Instead, it's Brian Campbell. I don't know what went to that decision. It doesn't look like Greer was hurt. Maybe he got a suspension. I don't know. Gordon going right up the gut here on the first Albuquerque drive of the game. Quick throw from cross. Now a dangerous pass is going to be caught by Larry Fitzgerald on that left side. Give it to Gordon. He's going to get blown up in the backfield for a loss of 3. Now the Vipers faced with 3rd down over the middle. Cross finds Jamarcus Ward, and that's going to convert the 3rd down right there. Up the gut goes Greg Riddle, breaking the first contact, picking up a gain of 3. Now on 3rd down, Cross rolling to his left. He's got an open running lane, and he's going to take it. 1st down, Albuquerque. Cross rubbing back to throw again to the left side, and a little bit off the mark there. On 2nd down, Jake Gordon's going to take this one right up the gut, picking up a short gaining, leading to 3rd down and 6. Albuquerque wants to throw for it. It's a quick throw to Fitzgerald, and he's got Albuquerque cooking just inside of the red zone. Now Gordon gobbled up in the backfield again. This time it's going to be another loss of 3. Now Cross floating this one to the left side, up top for Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald for the touchdown, and he was interfered with. Of course, the penalty is going to be declined, and Albuquerque knots the game up at 7 apiece. So here's this Saints offense running up the middle with Campbell, and maybe that's why he's starting. Nicely done there, breaking off of the tackle. That should have only been about 2 yards. He picked up closer to 12. Give it to Campbell again, and he's fighting for every inch right now. That's going to be a pickup of 8. Now Leinart in the flat, and that should have been a Darren Gordon pick 6 going the other way, but I guess that's why he's playing cornerback and not wide receiver. He doesn't have great hands. Now over the middle, Blunt, the backup tight end, is going to pick up just enough to move the chains. Toss play to the right here for Campbell, making Kelly miss, and then Kelly ultimately the one who brings him down from behind after he picks up over 9 yards. Handoff is going to go to Sykes now, and the fullback takes that up the middle just enough to pick up another 1st down. Leinart floating that one to the left side for Swan, and the leading receiver on this New Orleans team picking up 9 yards on that play. Once again, New Orleans wants to throw the football. Leinart does so here over the middle, but the pass is going to be broken up. Now on 3rd down, give it to Campbell again. He fights his way up the middle to move the chains. Matt Leinart's got time in the pocket, floating that one to the left side, and that should have been another Vipers interception. Matt Leinart, very lucky, he hasn't turned the ball over yet today, but here he's going to go down. Willie Delgado, the former Saint, getting to the quarterback. Liner throwing on the move here for Campbell in the flat, and there was nobody on him. Quamey Holt was supposed to be covering him, man-on-man coverage, but he lost him there, and New Orleans converts the 3rd and 16. Campbell up the middle for a short gain. Now a toss play to the right for him, and Holt's going to bring him down for a loss of about 2. 3rd down and 8. Liner looking to throw. Quick throw there, trying to set up some kind of a screenplay it looked like, but Albuquerque's defense just got there immediately, and that's going to force a Sebastian Janikowski field goal as the Saints take a 3-point lead. Here's a toss play to the right for Gordon as both teams have really been milking this clock down. That's right, we've already hit the 2-minute warning. Cross throwing that one on the move. He's under some pressure. Great 3rd down conversion there to Jake Gordon, who got open in the flat. Now Orlando Cross wants to throw again, launching this one downfield, and he was looking for Jamarcus Ward. Couldn't quite get that one to him. It did hit him in the hands. Some good defense played by New Orleans there. Throwing that one to the right side, and he's got the rookie, Jimmy Andrews. That's going to get us into Saints territory. Now over the middle, incomplete pass, but they're going to call pass interference again, and this time Coach Billick is going to accept it. 1:10 left to go in the first half now. Cross looking to throw, looking for the lead here. Touchdown, Larry Fitzgerald. His 2nd of the game as Albuquerque takes their first lead of the game just before halftime. But are we done with this first half? No, not yet here on this play. Liner nearly sacked as he's just barely able to get rid of it, trying to orchestrate a 2-minute drill. Liner's going to be intercepted on this play. This time, Darren Gordon has some hands. He brings that one in, and now Albuquerque can extend their lead before the break. Up top over the middle, it's Larry Fitzgerald coming down with that one, and he might be getting touchdown number 3 here shortly. Cross looking to throw. He's got time, firing that one over the middle. Up top for Phillips. Touchdown, Albuquerque Vipers. 3 touchdowns in the first half now for Cross. And I don't think anyone was expecting the Vipers to have an 11-point lead going into halftime after they just got their first lead with about a minute left to go in the first half here, as now Matt Leinart got hit as they let that pass go. He's going to be real slow to get up, grabbing at his arm. So now the backup, Brian Johnson, is in the game, and he's going to go down. Darrell Fannin with a big play there, and the Vipers use their first timeout. 3rd down and long, and they're just going to take the conservative approach, running it with Campbell, but he's going to get taken down at the line of scrimmage. Albuquerque burns another timeout, so they have 11 seconds left to work with in the first half. Cross airing this one out for Charles Phillips, his 2nd touchdown in the last minute of game time now. And just like that, I mean, we were down when the 2-minute warning took place. We were down 10-7, and now going into halftime, we're going to be up by 18. And to make matters worse for New Orleans, Albuquerque gets the football to start off the second half of play in a game where, I mean, New Orleans wasn't really even doing anything wrong, but at least offensively, I guess. Defensively, they did do some wrong stuff by giving up a bunch of big plays there, especially to Charles Phillips. Here, the defense does make up for that, though, more or less, I guess. I guess you can't say that it fully makes up for it, but they do force the 3-and-out there. And now the offense is back out here for the Saints. Leinart, luckily, it was not a serious injury for him, and he's right back on the field. Launching that one to the right side, getting it just over the linebacker to the rookie Keenan Long. That's going to get them out to the 34-yard line. Leinart pump faking, and maybe he should have just let that one go. Darrell Fannin with his 2nd sack of the game. What a year he is having in a career year nonetheless. And then the defense forcing the 3-and-out there. They could attempt a long field goal from the 39-yard line, but instead they choose to punt. Here's Cross, going to be intercepted. Manley on the return, trying to force that one onto his tight end. And if you go back and look at that play, Larry Fitzgerald was wide open on that right side for a touchdown. So that just makes matters just even worse there for Albuquerque. I mean, obviously, we have a big lead right now, but that could be a big-time momentum shifter. We should have another touchdown. It should be a 25-point game right now, and I'm still kicking myself for not throwing that touchdown to Larry Fitzgerald, as here the Saints are going to get a touchdown. Blunt on the left side there, Eugene Blunt with the touchdown, working on Justin Williams, who has definitely been struggling in his 2nd season. So is New Orleans getting right back into this game? We'll have to see how the Vipers offense responds. Jake Gordon taking that one to the left side for a short gain. Now a quick throw to Larry Fitzgerald. There, Cross does see his man wide open. That's going to get him just over the century mark, or just on the century mark exactly, actually. But again, he should have hit that on that last drive. I'm still just kicking myself for that one. Throwing that one to Vaughan Lewis in the flat. He's going to pick up a gain of 3. Now Cross throwing that one to the right side. A tad low for Fitzgerald, but normally a wide receiver of his caliber able to make the adjustment and get it, but not on that play. On the ensuing, Saints drive Eugene Blunt over the middle. He's been pretty heavily involved in the offense so far today. That's going to lead to 3rd down and 6. Leinart's pass is going to be caught by Swain on the left side. Josh Swain getting out to the 30-yard line and moving the chains. That's going to take us to the 4th quarter of play, where he finds Swain again down the left side. Albuquerque's not going to catch him. Touchdown, New Orleans Saints. And just like that, it's going to be a 1-score game after Albuquerque was up by 3 scores at halftime. Maurice Sanders making a bad play on the football there, trying to break the pass up, but unable to do so. Going for 2 to make it a 3-point game, but Brian Campbell's going to get shut down in the backfield. Albuquerque's up by 5. Here's cross-throwing that one to the left side for Larry Fitzgerald. He's having himself a pretty big game, and that's going to get us close to midfield. Here's Gordon going right up the middle, speeding off of the first contact and getting us just across the 50-yard line. Cross looking to throw again. He's got time. Is he going to dump this one off to Greg Riddle? The running back is going to move the sticks. Under 8 minutes left to go in the game. Cross looking to throw. Trying to keep our foot on the gas here. He's got an open running lane once again to the left side. He's going to pick up the 1st down before stepping out of bounds. Looking to throw again, cross under some pressure here, and he's just going to take off and run once again. Caught from behind, but luckily he's able to hold on to the football. That leads to 3rd down. We're 4 for 6 on 3rd down today. Make it 5 for 7 after Trey Francis in the flat brings that one in. Now cross-throwing that one to the left side. Touchdown number 3 for Larry Fitzgerald. He is going off today, even at his old age. Still showing everybody he is one of the best receivers in football. Albuquerque makes it a 2-score game with under 4 minutes left to play. And that could have been a Matt Leinart interception once again, but it will be a 3-and-out forced by this Vipers defense. Gordon going right up the middle there, picking up a solid gain. 3rd down and 3. Quick throw from across. He's going to be caught by Larry Fitzgerald on the left side, and he stays in bounds. This clock is going to continue to run and hit the 2-minute warning. If Albuquerque can just continue to pick up 1st downs and run this football, they should be fine here, but Gordon gets forced out of bounds after picking up a pretty solid game, but that does set up 2nd down and inches. Malaki's able to pick up the 1st down, and the Saints burn their first time out. Handoff goes to Greg Riddle, gets some solid blocking as he takes that one to the left side of the field, picking up a gain of 6. Now on 2nd down, fullback dive for Ron White, and that's going to set up 3rd down and inches. The Saints not burning a timeout here, so Albuquerque running this clock down. Handoff goes to Gordon, and he's not going to pick it up. The Saints use their last timeout, 4th and inches, and the offense stays on the field. Cross to throw this one for Vaughan Lewis. That's going to pick up the 1st down. The Saints are all out of timeouts, and with that, we're just going to run the rest of this clock down and get a big 35-23 win here over the New Orleans Saints, who are now kind of in danger of losing out on this division. The Falcons and Buccaneers still right behind them in this division. It's going to be a pretty tight race for the last couple games in the NFC South. How about 5 touchdowns from Orlando Cross? Very well should have been 6. Again, I had Fitzgerald wide open on the right side. I mean, he had probably had 5 or 10 yards on his man, it looked like. And instead, I forced it over the middle to the tight end and threw a bad pick, which really allowed the Saints to get back into this game. That was a big momentum swing there. Luckily, it didn't cost us the game, but that could have been real dangerous. Vaughan Lewis, only 2 catches for 7 yards, but he had that catch on 4th down there. Just a ballsy play by Coach Billick, ballsy play calling, but it ended up working out, and I didn't really give the football back to the Saints. Defense played pretty good, I would say. They got 3 TFLs, 4 sacks, 3 of them to Daryl Fannin, who is going to be demanding a big contract come the offseason, and then Darren Gordon with 1 pick, probably should have been 2 or 3. Larry Fitzgerald is going to be NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He had almost 150 yards and 3 touchdowns. Looking at the game that probably should have been America's Game of the Week, Patriots at Colts, and the Colts lose their 3rd game of the season. This is a big deal in the AFC South, as the Texans did not lose their game this week. They are going to be 12-2 and now have the 1-game lead over Indianapolis. 2 teams fighting for wildcard spots in the NFC. It's the Lions and the Giants. Neither team played great in this one, but New York would end up taking it 14-10, and Detroit now in danger of missing out on the postseason. And Seattle also in danger of missing out on the postseason. Can you believe this team was 7-1 at one point, but then Vince Young gets hurt. He's out for the rest of the regular season. He's not coming back to the playoffs. If Seattle can even make it that far, here they have a 3-point loss to Buffalo. San Francisco, another team in our division, in danger of missing out on the playoffs. They went 11-5, made the playoffs for the first time in this entire series a season ago, but after losing to the Cardinals like this and falling to 7-7, it's going to be a tough end of the season here for San Francisco if they want to make some kind of a run. Tennessee looking to get a wildcard spot in the AFC as they defeat Denver, who falls to 6-8 and is probably out of the playoffs now. And this game should not have gone into overtime. As you saw there, Tennessee's quarterback threw 3 interceptions. It could have very well been a big Titans blowout. And that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like is always appreciated. And until next time, this has been Jeffrey, reminding you to stay moist.